Guys, this is Megan from You Go to Be Kidding. I am out here in the middle of the day. It is super hot, so I'm gonna be quick and we'll kind of touch back in later this week. But we're gonna do a little bit of gardening stuff and check in on some animal stuff and just kind of do some random things this week. Up first is some gardening. The best friends are the ones that you leave their house with extra plants. So I just got home from a friend's and I have yarrow and holy basil and echinacea that I need to get in the ground immediately because they're super hot. Well, it's super hot. I need to deal with that. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And then I have a Mother's Day present that I just received and need to get put together. I'll show you that. And we have chickens that are out on pasture. So lots of random things this week, but I wanted to touch base and show you the exciting plants from my friend because that's the best kind of friends. So give me just a minute and I'll show you. So this is my pot of sad plants. This yarrow is on top. I've got to get it off quick. I have some holy basil shoots down here and I have a big echinacea. So I'm going to put the holy basil in this garden bed. This is the one that had the strawberries, and I'd planted some cabbages, but they all ended up super diseased. So I grabbed these tomatoes from a place where they had volunteered, and I'm going to set up a trellis behind them here as they continue to get bigger. And I do have a few leeks growing up here right in front, but we're gonna put some holy basil in here. The soil does not seem to be doing super great for some of the plants, although the tomatoes look happy. So let me get the holy basil in here and then we'll do the other plants too. I decided to put the echinacea in this pot here. I got some from the same friend last year and probably the year before too, and I just cannot get the echinacea to grow, and this area here gets a little bit more attention. You can see my cilantro and bergamot, and look at the marshmallow is huge. I don't see any flowers yet. Ooh, they're coming. It's so pretty. It's so soft and fluffy. Awesome. So this is here, some of the cilantro's at seed. This cilantro wants to be, and then I want to show you my wall of berries. I am so excited. A few of them are starting to change color, but look at how much fruit is on this plant. I am so excited. So excited. It's everywhere. It has definitely been a few hours. The sun is overcast. It is this evening. Let's see. Oh, my watch won't turn on, so I don't know what time it is. It's 5 p.m. and it's a little bit cooler out here, so I'm gonna keep working. So I wanted to show you, I got a Mother's Day present from Damien, and he got me a GreenStalk. So it is sitting down here. This is the first one I've had. I have friends who have them, and of course all the homesteaders are always talking about them. We did use the Holler Homesteads discount code and their Mother's Day sale to grab that, but I'm super excited. I'm actually going to put it up front here in our blueberry bed mayhem area. There's a little spot here where one of my blueberries died, so I'm gonna stick it here next to this fence, and then the fence will provide, I'm hoping, some wind protection, like something that I could tie it to, maybe put a strap around the whole thing and tie it to it. That's what I'm hoping. It'll also be pretty heavy. Usually this area doesn't have too much wind trouble, so that's what we're hoping. But I'm excited to have something here. I think I'll put some herbs and stuff in it. I haven't gotten a chance to plant any dill and stuff like that, and so I need to get it filled up. And I have some dirt here. Yay, Costco with these big giant bags. I don't even know if I have enough, but that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to get this filled up and set into place, and then And we're supposed to get some rain. I think I will let it rain, and then I'll probably come plant seeds in it in the next day or two. We'll just see how much I get done. Indecision is a problem. So I moved the GreenStalk and I'm looking at the spot where I want to put it. But Bermuda grass is the bane of my existence. So there's a bunch of Bermuda grass kind of wanting to creep in to the blueberry mulch right here. And so I'm hesitant to put a big heavy thing that I'm not going to move right there. But I have some like paving stone brick things. And I wonder if I dig down and put a brick pad right there for it to sit on. If that would help avoid Bermuda grass problems. I think that's what I'm going to try. I can always change it if I need to. So I'm going to go get some bricks and a shovel and move stuff around. Yay for making things more complicated than they need to be. Hey, baby. River, you going to help me with the bricks? No, I have a little wagon. We're going to load them up. Homestead Life. They are sitting in a random location right here in my front. They're sitting here randomly because they were in the back of my van. And I got gas for the mower. The gas leaked out, spilled all over the bricks. So they've been sitting here sunning themselves so they don't smell like gas anymore. Jobs like that are always harder than I think they're going to be, but I did get 6 bricks lying down underneath that one and then used some of the dirt that I displaced in the pot there. So this area here was originally just grass, and I came through and put cardboard down and wood chips, and I've continued to do that. And most of the soil here is really thick clay, and then this is kind of by our gravel driveway. So a bunch of this really is gravel down below also. And so over the years, my wood chips have made some really amazing soil. I was able to dig down under that soil, get to the gravelly clay layer. So I feel good about that, at least helping the Bermuda grass, stopping it from just completely overtaking that area, since I won't be able to move it a lot and pull the Bermuda grass out. I have to maintain this a lot. You can see back here, these are strawberries coming through, but it's also Bermuda grass coming through in here, and then my blueberries. So the blueberry plant that was here had died and didn't come back. So this is perfect. I'm excited about getting to grow some other things in this what are they? GreenStalk. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up some of the bags of soil and get that loaded up and get these all built up. I just figured out a tip. I was watching the haulers, and they always fill theirs with dirt or refill them all separately on the ground and then stack them up. And as I started to do this, I put in the tray, this is what the water drips down into. And I was just going to stack this one up on top and then fill it with dirt. But I realized one of the things they mentioned is that if these holes get clogged with dirt, then it doesn't drain through anymore, obviously. But what I realized is if I set this up here to fill it with dirt, it's going to get dirt. I'm going to end up getting dirt through the holes down into that tray, and that will be a big mess. So I'm going to make sure I fill them all separately on the ground and then stack them up just like I saw the other guys do. That is why it makes sense. have not quite finished this last one, and I do have a whole other bag of soil, but I think I'm going to save that for topping off something else. I still have soil in this bucket. I didn't empty all the bricks out. That is just our broken down wood chips and good garden soil. And I think I'm actually going to stick that on the top of this last bucket just to maybe compare if a more wood chippy top will help with watering. I mean, the whole thing waters itself. It probably doesn't matter, but I'm going to go ahead and pull these bricks out and then put that dirt on the top of this last pillar. Well, so much for that. I still need to open the third bag, which is totally fine. Of course it wasn't enough. So, all right. It's done. I got it all built. Woo! Sorry, I'm tripping over bricks on the ground. Oh, it is all built, and I'm going to go ahead and fill the top with water. I've got my hose sitting over here. Let's see. So, alrighty. We're gonna just fill this thing from the top, and it should start dripping down through the layers. And then I might need to kind of spray over the whole thing since none of that soil is wet at all. But if it rains, that will help me out too. So I'm not sure. This is the first time I've ever used one of these. I'm really excited to have some stuff close. The more we grow here and stuff, getting out to the garden, although it's not that far away, is tough. And so that's why I love these boxes behind me. They're awesome. And so something like this here is going to be a big help too. It looks like I am a little unlevel. I'm holding the camera funny too, but I might have to try to mess with that. I'm not sure how much that's going to matter in the long run. We'll find out. But I hear it dripping down. I'm seeing stuff that's cool. So I'm going to keep watering it, but that's all for this. And at some point, I will go out and show you the chickens and all we're doing there, and probably let you see some cute goat faces too. But yes, I'm done for now. I'm still filling it up with water, and two thoughts. One, it is going to matter if it's level because otherwise it won't water evenly. It comes out the holes. And two, I just noticed I put this top piece on wrong. This also should be on the little clippies. So I didn't have these clippies here. I had them just in the middle. I'm going to need two hands to fix it, but I'm sure that is going to help my... Oh, can I do it one-handed? Haha. Look at that. Shocking. It's working better. So I'm actually going to keep filling this here just to make sure all the soil really gets wet. And I don't have any seeds to plant right now. I don't have the time to plant any seeds right now this evening. I've got somewhere to be, but it is set up and ready to go. It's the next day and I am back out here. We just had a bunch of rain this morning. We had 2 lines go past and no actual storm, just some good rain. So this is thoroughly soaked and I'm gonna go ahead and plant a couple things in here. A friend gave me a lettuce start and some basil starts last night, so I'm gonna get some of those in here, and then I'm gonna go check on the garden for the first time in a long time, and I'll bring you with me and we'll see how everything's doing. This is the echinacea I planted yesterday, and it is mostly perked up. Yesterday when I planted it, it was all flopped over, but you can see that, so the top is not ready yet, and I might need to come trim some of that back, but I'll give it a chance today. So I'm so curious. The dirt in this pot was pretty wet when I dug down, and I planted it about was like 1:30 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Super hot, super sunny. I did not water it in because I felt the soil was wet enough and I didn't want to like shock it. I've tried to transplant it several times in the last few years and just had the worst luck. So anyway, it like was doing fine. It looked super sad yesterday, but then the evening it cooled off, and then this morning it's been super cool and it rained a ton, so it watered it in for me. And look at how happy it looks. Weird and awesome. I'm so excited that it's looking so well. A first look at the garden in a week. Look at the weeds. Oh my goodness. So I might pull out the cultivator. It's super hot right now. I have some plants to plant. It looks like a tomato here, kind of flopped over, and they are huge. They are way bigger than they were. I've got flowers and everything, so I need to desperately get my rigging lined up here. Whew, all right, I've got work to do. I'm seeing some okra babies, I think. I think this is okra. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe that popped up.
Okay. Is that it?
No, I think that's a weed. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. And my peppers. I have cucumbers that are actually going down below. Our peas. I can see some signs of heat stress. It is amazing to me how much can change in a few days. Thursday, Friday, I think maybe 5 or 6 days since I've been out here. It looks like a totally different place. The potatoes. Oh man. Green beans that are not just tiny little seedlings, but pretty large plants. Look at this. Crazy, crazy. All right, I've got some work to do. Sometimes it kind of feels overwhelming out here in the garden, but it's the first time I've been out in, I think, just about a week. My allergies have been acting up. I don't know if it's actually a cold on top of it. Either way, I haven't been out here much. So to see the weeds coming can definitely be disheartening and overwhelming, but I can rally the troops and get some help. The plan all along has been to put cardboard and wood chips in between my rows, and I knew that I was behind on getting that done. We did get wood chips delivered, so we have them, and so I'm hoping that we can accomplish that maybe even this week and just slowly start chipping away at it when I do feel all right and when the kids are feeling all right and Damien home too. So just a busy time of year and things happen so fast. Like seriously, I feel like everything in here is double the size it was last time I was here, and even if it's been a whole week, that's 1 week. 1 week. All these tomatoes definitely need to get tied up and arranged and stuff. And so, whew, it feels overwhelming. But I'm thankful for the work. I'm thankful for this space. One thing that I'm super excited about is this carrot. It's so hard to tell if you can see that well, but this really tall plant here is a carrot. It is going to seed, and that has been super successful for us to let the spring carrots go to seed. Then I collect that and plant that. Ooh, hopefully the wind's not too bad. I plant those around the August timeline, and they did awesome last year. So this is actually one of those carrots that self-seeded it. I am not planting new seeds other than what keeps growing as volunteers in the garden, and that's super cool. And other than that, we just have a bunch of work, and it's kind of like the work before the harvest. We got to get it done. I have some good helpers that don't like to be on camera, but they're here helping me. And yeah, I'm so thankful for the space, thankful for the work. Just have to get to it. The beauty of working on days like today is the sun had been out and it was getting hot, and then the clouds popped back up. So I'm excited. We might get more rain today. I don't really keep track of it that much, but I have been working on weeds. My boys cleaned out all my rows for me, and did a ton of work there just to get that cleaned up. And so then I've been going through cleaning up this green bean row, and I have leeks down the center of it, and they were like, I just sewed them across a flat, so there were many in each little plug, and they are big enough. I went through and thinned them out, so I have all these. I'm going to move up front to my box that has a few other leeks in it. I don't really have a great space for them to grow here without getting shaded and crowded out. So I'm gonna move them and hopefully they'll actually do well. I've tried leeks last year and I think they got shaded and overgrown. I really have not successfully grown a good leek. So I'm excited. These look awesome. I started these from seed and these are actually pretty substantial. So I hope that they will transplant easily and work for me over there. Everything out here is looking good. I already feel encouraged just by being out here for 20 or 30 minutes working to manage some of the weeds. And it's hard to tell, but it's this row right, oh goodness, always backwards. This one right here with all the green beans. You can see a little bit more brown in between instead of all the green in my flower row right there. Anyway, it feels good to work. I'm always so thankful afterwards when I get out here and actually get something done. So I'm probably gonna go plant these. The wind is picking up. Hopefully it's not too bad in the mic. And yeah, more work to be done. Ooh, the other thing I meant to show you were our chickies. So they are out. We've got our 2 boxes. Saturday, Damien fixed up the second box, Damien and Caleb. And they are out here, all good to go. One upgrade we made this year, you can kind of see it in here, is the green feed trough. We bought this from McMurray, or nope, sorry, Premier One. And I had delayed and delayed because they're pricey. Those troughs are, I think it was 60 bucks. But I had not figured how big they are. Look how many chickies can fit over there. I believe they're 48 inches long, which makes sense. This box is 8 foot by 8 foot, and that is just about, like, it's past the halfway point there, but away from it here. So much easier access for the birds than our round feeders. The round feeders kept falling apart as we would open them and try to move them. So this is awesome. And those round feeders, like, they add up. They're $20+ at the store, and we were running at least 3 of those round feeders in here when they get bigger. And so honestly, it was worth it. I know sometimes we're resistant to spend the money, and sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you just have to do the cheaper option. But if you are doing meat birds, this is a great option. So there are 30 birds in each tractor, roughly. We ordered 60, but we're probably a few under that number. These boxes are going on years, 4 and 5. And they're doing great. They look gross. The top is all dirty, but they are holding up. They are doing great. These birds are good too. They've got a tray as well. And it has been absolutely worth it. So, all right, chickies. A few more weeks to go. I had the ending to my video all filmed already, but today the kids and I got a ton of work done. So messy hair and all, I wanted to show off the garden. It is Thursday evening now, and today my boys and one of their best friends did a ton of work in here. I didn't film any of it, but I want to show you the results. So we actually got some of our rows mulched. We ran out of cardboard, so we didn't get them all. These are 2 of our tomato rows, and we didn't get this one. Whoo, the sun is bright, but we did get this one here. It's probably hard to tell. And we got 2 of the pepper rows. Ooh, you can see the shadow from the sun. So those 2 rows we got done, and we do have more work to do. And our silly cats pee in here, go potty. It's not your litter box. I love them and can't stand them all at the same time. But anyway, we got a bunch cleaned up in here. The boys even helped weed eat. I spread out these silage tarps. They had been folded over and all wet, so it looks like they're all dried up. I think I'll actually go fold them up so I can put them away. And it's so awesome. A day's worth of work to get out here and get this cleaned up. As you can see, we still need to mow this extra space back here, but we're not growing anything back here right now. The next big project in here is to actually get all of the tomatoes trellised, get them up and on these T-posts here. So there's other bars that go higher. I'm not even 100% sure how the system is supposed to work, but I will get it figured out and we will get that done. But a huge step accomplished today, and I'm really excited. We got a ton of weeding done, a ton of mulch put down, and the rows are looking good. So thanks for watching, guys. We hope that you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time.